Hey guys, before the video even starts, I want to give a quick shout out to Miss Oprah Brennan Brown, who was the first person to comment on part 1 of how to nurture an anointed seed. Listen, guys, Oprah is all the way from Andros, Bahamas, and she has a business called Funky Monkey. So if you are in the Andros area, especially the Fresh Creek area, and you're looking for some good daiquiris, some good pizza, some good wings, Oprah is your girl. Y'all go check her out. Thank you, Oprah. Thank you for being a supporter. I appreciate you, girlie. I really do. All right, let's get into the video.
That was it. So recognize it, influence it, feed it and protect it, and never be afraid to isolate it. Those are the 4 key things I think we worked to help you all.
No, because in it, it's so funny because when I look back, because I'm 19 now, and when I look back over, my life and the things that we were taught, it explains how I am now. Just things where I can't be mad at people long. And it's because I saw that being demonstrated in my house. Yeah, they fuss and they argue, but like he said, not even 5 minutes later, the next second, they smiling and laughing with each other. And you're just like, what? Y'all just screaming at each other. Me and Mike still mad at what happened, and they over there chilling. And it's like, okay. So, like just little things like that, that may be small, but things like that have influenced our lives. Especially mine, because I was the first. So the first is when I was born, they was super saved. I mean, they super saved now, but they had just you had not been saved too long.
No, man, I was 3 years. I came about 3 years strong.
So he was like a baby. So it was. I got it like
You got it wrong.
I got it. What? And those things, even though it seemed crazy to other people, and he's not lying. He took us from. I think there was a good time we didn't come to my grandma's house because she didn't respect how they raised us or how they were raising us, but it all paid off. It paid off. And that all leads to the last question that we have is, when it comes to your own kids, what made the difference? What did you do that was different? Because you've already been diving into it, but what are the main things that you did that made a difference in our lives?
We didn't care what nobody else said.
Amen to that. Amen to that.
We didn't care. Because at the end of the day, you mine. And if I raise a retarded child, like I was retarded, I don't mean dysfunctional and functioning body. I mean mentally retarded and can't do things like it should be done because you have a rebellious nature. I use that word, but not to be offensive. You understand? We didn't care. We didn't care. And I still don't care. Right? Because watch this, the same people that we would have been trying to please then are the same people that are saying thank you now.
Yeah.
Right? Your grandmama said because we said no. 14 years. What if I don't have a testimony to say my mama raised me in God. She won't tell. I'm the first one of my kind in my family. You got it? And many came through salvation because of I took a stand. And decided to be bold and zealous with it. And so you can't be scared. I mean, even the kids, watch this. Even you couldn't be scared to live that life.
No.
You know what it is to be going through school and people picking at you and saying this and saying that, and you think, man, that's pressure. And now we got social media. We have all of these things now. We didn't have all this stuff growing up, so you're able to deal with more issues than you could ever have to deal with when we were coming up, because you only deal with it with your peers, your immediate peers. Now you're dealing with people you don't even know.
No.
How you getting them boxes and they making you cry? I ain't never understood that. You understand? So I think we built different.
Yeah.
But I understand what you all have to go through, and so we had to understand that. So we had to build you up so you could be able to stand, and that meant don't care. I think one thing I'm real proud of, and I'm still waiting for some fullness of it. When I look at my son's Instagram page, it says, "Be yourself," and he's sitting by himself. You don't get no better than that. That makes me proud because he ain't influenced by people. You know, so what I just say, he's not scared to isolate himself, and you're not either. You know, and so you cannot be afraid to do what's different. You all didn't have Christmas like I had Christmas, and like many others. You didn't have lights.
Not a tree.
Not a tree.
Not wrap presents.
Not wrap presents.
None at all.
Not at all. Not at all. Oh, no. Because I grew up thinking Santa Claus was real. And once I found out the truth, the question is now, do I teach this to my children? And the answer was no. So was I jacked up? Yes, but they won't. You see? Parents have to raise their kids to know black is black and white is white. Can't be no Gracie, no boogeyman, and if you don't go to sleep, I can call it boogeyman. No, you don't go to sleep, you can get the belt. We with some, you got one demon now finna beat the children because they won't go to sleep. Now you taking the power and authority out your hand. It's psychological. That's why I'm not want to put more emphasis on that, but everything raising a child is psychological with the child. Because they don't know. They gotta trust that you are giving them the best. And even the worst you give them, they're gonna accept that as the best. And they will adopt that in their life. That makes sense?
Yeah.
So it goes back to everything I said in the first place. You know, what did God place in your loins? If he placed something there, then hey, you nurture it, you recognize it, you cultivate it, you do whatever God says to do, as if it's according to your own life. And so there's many out there that don't have what you have. As far as a parent and a mother that loves the Lord, that love each other 20 years strong, that's okay, because God will place you even with spiritual parents. People that will nourish you. And when I look at my life, I thank God, even though I was jacked up, but God put people in my path along the way to give me the right track mindset, even though I rejected it. Right? And so when I got old enough to come to my senses, like, boy, you need to change. Everything that was in my path that I rejected, that God put there positive, it stopped coming back. And so the years I lost, I gained them through my submission to God. Because at the end of the day, God knows who he calls. He knows who he calls. And we have to understand that God calls us whenever we are in from the womb to the tomb. The Bible says he predestinated us. And if he don't let your parents know, he'll let you know. Something is different about me. All my life, I knew something was different about me. I thought different. I didn't let people put things in my mind. We didn't worry about style. Even with you all. I didn't teach you style. You got to get caught up with the style. So every time you turn around, you got to turn green. You got to be gray. You got to be orange. Because you're keeping up with the fads. I brought you all to say no. No was no. I meant that. No. Why? Because if you get old, you're going to get rejected.
Yeah.
And if you can't handle the no, you're going to get pressured with peer pressure. So you all handle peer pressure. Now, why could Daddy say no? any minute. Don't come back 5 minutes later and no. That no. Even though it hurt us to say no, but we were teaching principle. Teaching principle. And so if you don't have that in your life, you know principle, right? You know principle, and you have to stick with your principle. And so even if you wasn't nurtured, you can nurture yourself. Because when we're in Christ, we're what? Old things.
That's the way.
All things. Hey,
well, no, and I just want to encourage some parents, parents who've been nurturing, who've been training, but still, your kids are going through it. Because my parents are awesome. TheBomb.com, I tell anybody, I have the best parents in the world. They taught me well. They brought me up to have my own relationship with God, and because of that, even when I went through the pressure and anxiety, when I went through all that, because they made me get my own relationship with God, that brought me out. And so, parent, as a child, make sure your kid has their own relationship, because sometimes we try and go off our relationship from our parents because, oh, mommy could pray for me, but no, you need to be able to pray for yourself. And so I think that's one thing. If I don't thank y'all for nothing else, making sure I had a relationship with God was the thing that brought me out. The teaching and everything else, but the main thing is because I had my own relationship, and I was taught how to know God for myself.
Was it easy?
No, it was not.
Did you want to run away?
Yes, of course. Listen, it was not easy being brought up in the Miller home. There was nothing. One time, me and Mike, who was behind the camera, say, "Hey, Mike." There was one time me and Mike said, if he fussed today, we packing our bags, we getting on our bike, and going to grandma's house. We had our bags packed.
You did for real?
Yeah, you didn't fuss that day.
Watch it.
He didn't fuss that day.
I didn't fuss that day. I must be with the Lord.
And so things like that, even though it was hard, but I enjoy it and I thank God for it now. And I'm 19 and I look at my life and people are like, oh my God, who's your parents? And I'm like, Michael and Amanda Miller. The same people who y'all thought was crazy, the same people who y'all thought was too hard are the reason why I'm the way I am today.
I think too they were thinking hard because my parents grew up in a hard state. Mm-hmm. My grandfather was literally one generation away from slave.
Yeah.
Right? My parents lived on a plantation. My uncle's uncle, they lived on a plantation. The master changed their name by mistake and decided he ain't changing it back because he didn't feel like switching the people.
Yeah.
So your name gonna be this, And so they saw this type of mindset, and so they saw hardness. They talk about beatings where they would get cowhide whoops and they just bloody everywhere. You couldn't say dog, man, dog. Bahamians say monkey. Everybody been getting beat. Mother sick, pop. That's a beating all day long. Everybody getting beat from where I came up from, and my grandfather raised me, and he brought that same mindset. But they never talked to us. Mm-hmm. They never talked to us. And what made the difference for me was my aunt, who raised me after my grandfather passed. My mom was always in my life, but I stayed with my aunt. And that's who we named you from.
Auntie Dini.
Yeah. She was a strong, single black woman with no kids. Mm-hmm. Everyone else was her kids. And she would always say, Michael, you better keep your standard, but she made custom. And she showed me, stick with your mind. I tell you, people, God put people in your path. And so when we brought you all out, it was our duty to talk to you all. We even had straight talk. You remember straight talk?
I remember straight talk. Straight talk always ended up in tears, though.
Yeah. Straight talk. Straight talk.
Straight talk. Let me explain. Straight talk was when Daddy would sit us down. Daddy or Mommy, but most likely Daddy. And he's like, all right, this is there's no penalties. How do you feel about me? How do you feel about what's going on in this house? Let me know. And that was your time to speak up. Well, Daddy, you mean? And I don't like this. I don't like that. And then after you say all of that, he said, well, okay, so let me explain to you why I do this and why I do that. Straight Talk always ended up with us crying. Because I think we ended up understanding what you guys were actually doing. We got some light on where you guys came from and what was the jack-ups in you guys' life and why you do the things you do with us so that we don't go through the same thing that you guys went through growing up.
And I think we also, on your end, it gave us an understanding, like some things you may have to adjust. Mm-hmm. You may have to shift in how you deal with it. So we never dealt with you both the same. And so hearing that, okay, maybe you need to back off a little. Because sometimes we felt you're being strong, I can't let go. I can't, let up. Not knowing that, hey, you about to break this. And so, I thank God for the Holy Ghost and the relationship that God would share. Say, hey, do this with your kids. Yeah. Let them talk to you, because most parents lose their kids because they don't know their kids.
Yeah.
They don't know their kids. The kids totally different from what they think. Oh, my child is this, no, my child is that, and your child is something totally different. My mom, I tell mom 40 something, mama, you don't know me. No, I know you don't. Because you never got that time to know me. We just start talking. Really. Yeah. After 40 something years, just really building a relationship. I lay in and just talk with my mom. We just have a good time now, and I thank God for it. But you don't have that. Children are more influenced by their peers and school and teachers, and then I realized that. Y'all come home telling me y'all don't eat rice. What the hell? What do you mean you don't eat rice? My teacher say, your teacher say. I'm like, okay, hold on. We the chef. Because the teacher got more power in our house.
Yeah.
People away from the home has more power on the children than the parents do. Mm-hmm. And we just got to be real with ourselves, our parents. Parents, you got to be real with yourself. Those stuff stink. It stinks sometimes. And the children see you stink. I'm just being what we call 100. That term came from my generation. Yeah, y'all messing it up. 100 means being straight up and living what you say is 100. Not saying it's 100 and you doing something totally different.
Don't work like that.
That's it, I thank God for the young kids that are growing up today, because they're more conscious of what's going on. Yeah. But I'm hurting on the inside. They don't have the balance. Yeah. Right. Small things are hurting them. Suicides and wanting to kill themselves. And hey, listen, you got to understand your value. Whether your parents put it in you or not, you have to understand that God made you fearfully and wonderfully made. Period. I don't care where you are, who your parents are. You don't have to have the best parents. I didn't. You got it? But I had to become what I didn't have. Mm-hmm. And God always will put people in your path. And that's why you have to make sure you cherish those that pour into you wisdom, and then still respect those that even pull you out and make you feel uncomfortable. Because there's a lesson in that, God ain't put no more in you than you can bear. Trust me. That's for you to learn. Sit back. Okay, why is this happening? That's nurturing. Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. We did that with you all. Problems, hey, figure it out. Problem solve. Figure it out. Become a problem solver. So you won't be weak-minded.
No.
Yeah, you cry.
Yeah.
I think I was the worst choir praise and worship director birthday.
Oh God.
That's another subject.
So the thing.
Yeah, cool. But
We appreciate you.
yeah, man.
Love you.
It took a long time.
But we're here.
I'm here.
We're here.
You know.
Still have more to learn.
Yeah.
I still get it, y'all.
Yeah, you'll be poor.
I still get
That's
it.
right.
Especially when I'm singing. That's what I decide to sing like that. I still get it. But you got anything else you want to say?
I don't know unless you got some more questions. You
I'm-
done told them I'm long-winded, so I can go.
I mean, I'm good.
You said part 2. I feel we still on part 1.
Daddy, Mike, how long the video is? So, yep, that's it. I want everyone to say thank you to my father, Apostle Michael Hurricane's
you.
mother,
Thank
for sharing this information that I think we all need. And then, if you want to know more about our life growing up, because I feel like it's very interesting, put it in the comments below. Put it in the comments below, and we'll bring the whole family to talk about that. But parents, stay encouraged, parents. Hopefully you got you some good information. Hopefully you took some notes in your notepad. But yep, that's all we got to say. Remember, like, share, subscribe, turn on the post notifications. That subscribe button's right there. It's right there. Click on it. Let's grow the family. Let's grow. There's some exciting things coming. Remember, your flaws plus God equals flawless. And
Go in peace to love and serve the Lord.
bye.